Biomed, Nexus, daily updates, your essential biotech, medtech, and pharma recap. No noise, just what matters. TLDR, the FDA-approved Rhythm's RITM Imcivree for acquired hypothalamic obesity, making it the first and only approved therapy for the condition. The label covers patients aged 4 and older. Eli Lilly, LLY, reported highly positive Phase 3 results for retatrutide, its first-in-class triple hormone receptor agonist in type 2 diabetes. Patients on the highest dose lost an average of 36.6 libs, 16.8%, at 40 weeks with no plateau. The metabolic monopoly between orforglipron, April 10th target action date, retatrutide, 7 more Phase 3 readouts this year, and tirzepatide, Zepbound, Mounjaro, Lilly is building the most dominant metabolic franchise in pharma history. Executive Takeaway Thursday delivered 2 of the most consequential catalysts of the quarter, and both landed exactly where the data said they would. Rhythm Pharmaceuticals secured FDA approval for Imcivree in acquired hypothalamic obesity, making it the first and only approved treatment for a condition that has left roughly 1,000 Americans with no targeted options. The label came in broader than many expected, covering patients aged 4 and older, and our base case scenario, a 65% probability of clean approval, played out exactly as modeled. Meanwhile, Eli Lilly dropped the first Phase 3 diabetes data for retatrutide, the triple GLP-1 key glucagon agonist that Wall Street is increasingly calling the most powerful metabolic drug ever developed. With participants losing nearly 17% of their body weight at just 40 weeks, with no plateau in sight, the distance between Lilly and the rest of the obesity field is rapidly widening. Read Full Analysis, What to Watch, Rhythm Commercial. Launch. Imcivree is available to HO patients immediately through the Rhythm Intune Patient Support Program. The 42-person sales force has been in the field since October. Watch Q2 earnings for the first HO revenue signal. Lilly retatrutide obesity data, mid-2026. 3 obesity-specific Phase 3 readouts are expected this year. The knee-OA study, TRIUMPH-4, already showed up to 24% weight loss. The pure obesity data could exceed that. This will be the most watched readout in metabolic medicine this year. Orforglipron, April 10th. Lilly's oral GLP-1 target action date remains the next major regulatory catalyst. An approval would give Lilly 3 distinct metabolic blockbusters spanning oral, injectable, and next-gen triple agonist formats. Rocket Pharma, March 28th, Kresladi PDUFA for LADI gene therapy. Approval would come with a highly lucrative priority review voucher. Today's top story Rhythm wins. Imcivree approved for acquired hypothalamic obesity. What happened? The FDA approved an expanded indication for Rhythm Pharmaceuticals, RYTM, Imcivree, setmelanotide, to treat patients with acquired hypothalamic obesity, HO, a rare condition characterized by accelerated weight gain caused by injury to the hypothalamus. The label, approved for adults and pediatric patients aged 4 years and older. This is significantly broader than some analysts expected. Many had modeled age 6+. The drug is available to US patients immediately. The data, the pivotal phase. 3. Transcend trial demonstrated a statistically significant 18.4% placebo-adjusted reduction in BMI. Responder rates were striking. 80% of patients achieved greater than 5% BMI reduction and 60% achieved greater than 10%. Executive impact. This is Imcivree's 4th approved indication and opens Rhythm's largest addressable market yet, 1,000 people in the US. With the sales force already deployed and Imcivree generating $194 billion in 2025 revenue, 150% YOY, the revenue acceleration thesis is now fully in play. Clinical and research updates. Lilly's triple agonist crushes its first phase 3 in diabetes. What happened? Eli Lilly announced positive top-line results from Transcend T2D1, the first phase 3 trial evaluating retatrutide, a triple GLP-1 glucagon agonist in type 2 diabetes. The numbers: retatrutide met all primary and secondary endpoints. A1C reduced by 1.7% to 2.0% across doses versus 0.8% placebo. Weight loss at the 12 mg dose reached 36.6 lbr, 16.8%, with no plateau observed at 40 weeks. The safety: most common adverse events were GI-related, primarily during dose escalation. Dysesthesia, abnormal sensation, was reported in 2 to 5% of patients across doses, though it was generally mild and self-resolving. Executive impact: these numbers put the broader metabolic drug field on notice. BMO noted the weight loss is meaningfully better than previous tirzepatide data. With 7 more phase 3 readouts expected in 2026, including pure obesity studies by mid-year, retatrutide is rapidly building the undeniable profile of a best-in-class metabolic therapy. Policy and Public Health FDA publishes draft guidance to reduce animal testing. What happened? The FDA published a draft guidance designed to help drug sponsors validate new approach methodologies, NAMs, that can bring safe, effective drugs to market using human-centric data rather than starting with traditional animal pharmacology and toxicology studies. The agency called this a milestone move. Executive impact: this is a highly meaningful regulatory signal for companies building platforms around organoids, organ-on-chip technology, in silico modeling, and AI-driven toxicology prediction. While the practical impact on near-term timelines is limited, it provides a formal framework that preclinical stage biotechs and CROs have been desperately waiting for. Watch for increased institutional interest in platform developers like Emulate and CN Bio. Read full analysis, Biomed Nexus Pro, Institutional Intelligence Brief-In, today's Pro Brief, Institutional. Read through how Rhythm's HO approval validates the MC4R platform thesis and what the broader-than-expected label means for revenue modeling. The metabolic hierarchy, where retatrutide fits versus tirzepatide and orforglipron, and why Lilly's 3-product strategy is unprecedented. Rhythm revenue modeling, updated commercial trajectory with the HO indication, Q2 launch dynamics, and the bivamelagon oral path. Catalyst calendar, verified dates through mid-2026, upgrade to Pro. Today, read full article. Selective, 2026, sponsorship placements are available. Reply directly to discuss a partnership or submit an inquiry here.